Welcome to Mechanic. In this video I'm going to show you how to clear fault codes that have been triggered in the past, and you just need to clear them. These cars, newer cars, have a lot of control modules, but sometimes, like if your battery died, then you might trigger a number of fault codes in a different control units, like typically like low voltage and things like that. Or if, let's say, you worked on the door or the seats, and then you unplug the airbag sensor, and now you have an airbag light on, things like that. So those are called store fault codes because they're not current issues. Let's say you reconnected the airbag sensor or the seat. Well, the problem is not there anymore, but the issue is your airbag light, for example, will still stay on because the fault code is still there. It changes. It could be typically in three statuses: stored, meaning, or history, that means happened in the past, it's not still active. Current, mean that it's still an issue right now. So like if you have a sensor that's defective, that needs to be replaced before you can fix the issue or whatever the issue is. And you might have stored and current, meaning it happened before, it's still happening now. So what you want to do is you would want to do what's called a full scan. The scanner will go through all the different control unit. It's a quick scan actually. It takes a couple of minutes, and in this case you have over 50 different control units. You can see a lot of them don't have fault codes, but some of them do. You can enter any of these, but we're not going to dive deep into that. We're just only going to look at the fault codes and see what we can clear. So down at the bottom here, you can click report. You can see, scroll down, you can see we have fault codes that are stored, okay, and then there's current ones. So these current ones are not going to clear. Stored and current, these are not going to clear because sure, they happened in the past, but they're still active right now. Signal, at one of the TPMS sensors is lost. We have one faulty TPMS sensor. You can see here, current supply voltage control unit is too low, under voltage, things like that. I mean, if they say current or active, they're just not going to clear. This, let's say, stored right here. These will clear. So we're going to show you how to do that. Go back here, and then at the bottom you hit erase. Now ignition needs to be on, engine should not be running, so hit erase here, press yes, and you can see it's going through the control unit. It cleared from 7 and down to 3. Some of them, you could clear all the fault codes in them. So you can see driver signal acquisition. So you'll see most of these will clear. There will be a few that will be remaining because they are current fault codes. Okay, yeah, you can see the only thing there is still active or current is a few fault codes in the engine control unit. All the other control units, all the other codes cleared up. Now, sometimes what could happen is that you might clear it. A lot of these codes will go away, but if there's an issue that it wasn't fixed, let's say oxygen sensor, or let's say catalytic converter is performing below efficiency, that's going to clear the moment you clear it. But if you start the car and you drive it, and then the car will monitor the catalytic converter efficiency and say, like, it'll see that it's still performing underperforming. What it will do, it'll trigger that code back on. So you do have to fix. Sometimes you have to fix the issue to clear the code. Sometimes if it was just like you unplug the seat and then your airbag light came on, the seat is back in place, and something like that, yeah, you will be able to clear it. But in other cases, if the codes return, then that means that you have an issue that you haven't addressed yet. You need to fix that. But you can do this. We're doing it on this Mercedes, but the procedure is the same. BMW, Ford, Dodge, you can do, doesn't matter. I mean, all this supports all makes and models. So that's pretty easy, straightforward. Now you can dive deeper into any of these control units. I'm selecting the engine control unit there, and then you can see here you have live data, active tests, adaptations, things like that. And you'll see similar menu depending on which control unit you enter. But that's it. Thank you for watching Mechanic, where you can be the mechanic.